What up, Robert?
How you doing? How you doing? Haven't been on this segment with you in a while. I'm looking forward to it. Got some good cards, good traders to talk about.
I'm excited for it myself. Yes, it's been a little while, and I like the background you have. You said this is your shoulder tap background. We got the military guy. Can you
I
slide over
did.
so every oh, there you go. Just
Yeah, it's what the AI came up with. I just put a couple keywords in there and just run with what they have, and there you have it.
and based off the chart and him pointing at him, it seems like he's scolding somebody for selling into a market that's rallying or something like that.
Great eye for detail.
Yeah. Well, actually, that kind of kicks it off, selling into a market that's rallying. I mentioned the other day, I'm going to talk about Dakota, who's been killing it in his live account. I think he's top of the leaderboard. He got his account balance up to $140,000 yesterday when he made what was it, a little over 17,661. That was a great day yesterday. It was following up a $9,000 daily loss limit that he hit when he was cannonballing back on Monday. And it's funny, we message each other throughout the day because I like him. And we talk about his trading and stuff like that. He's got a good sense of humor. He sent me a meme of who's, I don't know the actor's name, the catcher from The Sandlot, the red haired kid. I don't even remember the movie The Sandlot. I don't even remember his name in the movie. It wasn't Smalls or whatever. But anyways, he's got a good sense of humor. Doesn't take himself too seriously. So after his cannonballing on Monday when he lost that 9,000 selling into a rallying market, he came back and got payback and a lot more payback, making almost $18,000 yesterday. He's down again today. I'm not too worried about it though. We had a loss. He had his daily loss limit after making new account balance highs. So we always cheer on the new account balance highs. I know something that we wanted to talk about a little bit was payouts, or actually Danielle, who runs the production here for us, wanted me to talk about payouts and see where I can pepper it in, because we at Topstep, we want people taking money out of the markets and lining their pockets with it. So in line with that topic, Dakota, he's been trading his live account for 40 something days now. And Dakota, I know you're watching. Take a payout. Doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be 50% of that $131,000 account balance you've got right now after hitting your equity highs yesterday. But do take a payout, pay yourself, even if it's $1,000. I always like payouts for traders. And partially because it's like a personal experience I had. I know I talked about it either earlier this week or last week, but I think taking payouts on a regular basis, whether they're small or large, you don't want to make them too large and hurt your account balance maintenance level. You always got to be able to weather a drawdown or a losing streak, but paying yourself regularly, whether it's 2 weeks, once a month, it's a really, really good thing. It helped me with my money management, believe it or not, because where it helped me mostly was because it helped bridge the gap between that number, the P&L, the account balance on a computer screen, and actually making it, tangible or real. I started to treat my account better and wouldn't be so abusive on those losing days or losing streaks when it came down to, hey, I'm not going to take a shot at the market today or after trading during the day. It helped my decision making process, where I was less likely to take shots or lower grade setups because I knew I wanted to get that payout or pay myself of X amount or whatever, or just in general take the payout. So I feel like I'm going a little long-winded there. Sorry about that, viewers. Let's get back on track. So shout out to Nicholas T, someone we're all very familiar with too. He's up $5,600 today, but the spotlight, Dakota, I'm sorry, the spotlight does not belong to you today, even after that almost $18,000 winning day. The spotlight goes to Solomon. And we've got a trading card for Solomon, but the spotlight goes to him because He is up over $51,000 in his live account today, trading the NASDAQ. This isn't an XFA or XFAs that are trade copying. This is someone who came in, was trading size. They got on the right side of the NASDAQ, and they're up over $51,000. $51,684 to be exact. And it was kind of fun. We share these updates in our messaging channel, keeping everybody on TV aware of what the live traders are doing, who our influencers are out there, who's having big P&Ls. I'm hearing a little interference right now. Oh, it's gone. Okay. Anyway, so we provide updates for the whole production team to share what P&Ls are, and today I got on there and I'm hearing it again.
Yeah. Hold on.
For what it's worth, I do not hear it.
Okay. All right. I don't know where that's coming from, but I hear it again.
Let me see if I can explore.
I'll try and power through it. Thanks for looking at it, Jack. Give me a chance to clear my throat. All right, so back to Salman, up $51,000, almost $52,000 today in his live account. Was having a really fun time sharing what he was doing because I got in there. I'm sharing. He's up 40,000. Now he's up 44,000. He's up 46, 48,000. I reached out to Brett because I was in meetings this morning. I'm like, Brett, get that guy on the phone. Tell him to lock it in. He didn't answer when Brett called him, but it seems as though he's locked in this $51,000 winning day. What a staggering winning day. And you know what? He's a big swinger. He needs it. Let's pull up his trading card so we can take a little bit of a look at why it's not only just awesome that he had this day, but actually that his account may need an injection like this. Because the metrics, like many of our metrics for large swingers who are trading big size, assuming large losses, but having big winning days, the metrics aren't too great here. I'm wondering, is that $117? Average daily P&L, we're missing a digit here. It's minus $1,117. Robert, you could probably see that on the trade report. Whether that was a typo on my end or not, I'm not sure. But his average daily P&L over his live account, he's only spent 11 short days in this live account. So today on day 12 is the day that he almost made $52,000. His average daily P&L is not too good. He's got low winning trading days. There's only been a few of them. Obviously, today is going to help influence all these metrics. But, I mean, this isn't a great trade report up until, today's trading. We've seen, some pretty exciting days. He's had a $6,000 winning day. He's had an $11,000 winning day. But every other day, with the exception of today, has been a daily loss limit hit. So 18% winning days, excluding today, there have only been 2 of those winning days. So 9 days of $3,000 or more of the daily loss limit. I really don't like seeing that, Robert. I know you don't like seeing it either. But I will say, to give him some credit, obviously there's a lot of credit to give today with this big day. But I do like that his average winning day, even though there's fewer average winning days is pretty large. It's bigger than his biggest losing day. So, Robert, daily loss limit here, definitely helping him out. Whether or not he wants to expand his daily loss limit like Dakota has, I'm not so sure about that. Because there are a lot of losses, but we'll see what he wants to do. I think for right now, we keep him at 10 contracts. On a per contract basis, his risk reward's good. He's taken out, twice as much per contract on his winning trades as his losing trades there. You can see $2,800 a contract on the winners, only risking $1,400, $1,500 on the losers. So I like that too. If you look at the trade report, Robert, you see his average trades is only like 3 a day. It's less than 3 trades per day. Part of that tells me he's selective. The other part is that there might be that few of trades here because during those losing days, he hits that daily loss limit pretty quickly. And it's because he's going in with 10 or 15 contracts, mostly 10 contracts. But Robert, take a quick look at the average holding durations on those losing trades for some of those days. There was that. Look at that second day that they were in the live account, Robert. They spent 20 seconds in the market before they hit their daily loss limit. That's not good. You don't want to bench yourself after 20 seconds.
And really quick, Robert, the alien sounding feedback is coming from your end. I have you muted at the moment. Is there anything going on there that you think might be causing it? It's a feedback loop where like the noise is coming through from like Mick talking.
Hear me? Check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear
no,
you.
I have the microphone is outside of me and the sound is in my headset. There's no external speakers. Let me mute my mic and just see if it goes away real quick.
You don't have YouTube up in the background or anything, do you? Where you might be hearing
nothing whatsoever. I'll keep the mic muted until I talk on something.
All right, let's do that.
You're good. I'll jump in if it comes back, Robert. We'll fix it later. Okay.
All right, awesome. We got a game plan, traders. Let's keep moving on. So, like we were talking about, Robert, there's a couple days here where they haven't spent much time in the market. There was that not the second day in the live account. Earlier in the third day in the live account, they only spent 20 seconds in the markets before they hit their daily loss limit. Traders, that ain't good. You don't want to do that. You're number one, you should give yourself a couple swings at the plate on any given trading day. But if you're hitting your daily loss limit in 20 seconds, you're trading way too much size. There's other days where, not as extreme as 20 seconds, but there's a 4-minute day, there's a 2-minute day, 4 minutes before you hit your daily loss limit, 2 minutes before you hit your daily loss limit. That tells me one thing and one thing only. They're trading too big. Actually, it tells me two things. They're trading too big. And I've been really kind of preaching this a lot lately for these people that are trading big. Solomon should think about scaling in to his trades. The nice thing about scaling into the trades is instead of going all in with 10 contracts or 15 contracts and hitting my daily loss limit in 20 seconds, if I'm scaling in, it means if the market goes against me upon my initial entry, I'm only going to have small size on, which means I can watch the market go a little bit further against me and not get smoked out, by a daily loss limit and large losses with that size. The other thing it does is it gives me an opportunity to have validation and confirmation from the market as it's going in my direction. I can start putting the pedal down and hammering and adding to that position. So, Solomon, hell of a day today. Very exciting. You kind of had me standing up at my desk here for a little bit, cheering you on. But do think about scaling into those sizes. You can still get your 10 or 15 contracts on, but we'll remove these. We'll probably see fewer daily loss limit days hit. And then again, it's not good as a trader to sideline yourself after 20 seconds or even, 6 minutes for that matter. We need to be able to live. We always talk about live to trade another day. Hogue says, don't risk thy whole wad. Don't risk your whole wad on one trade for that day. Because there's a lot of opportunities in these markets, especially for someone trading the NASDAQ like he is. So I tip my hat to you, Solomon, today, and let's keep it up. You're going to be eligible for a payout pretty quickly here, and I would just encourage you to, maintain a nice, healthy account balance to, be able to, if we're going to keep hitting, 6-day losing streaks of 3,000 or more, we're really going to need to maintain an account balance. So you're still around and in this live account to take, days like you did today where you almost made 52 grand in the live account. So, Robert, do you have anything to add here?
I'm just add real quick so we don't get the buzz out of everybody's head here, and we got to get going on the other two cards. I'm going to just echo those things. The one thing that stood out to me, and you hit the nail right on the head, it was the day 3 in April 4th. 20 seconds, daily loss limit. And that was my one comment. They're only trading a couple trades a day, and they're either doing well here in the daily loss limit. So what that means to me is that I see something in the chat. Well, he's just a gambler. I don't believe that to be true. I believe he sees his setup. He's waiting for his setup. He gets into his trades. Yes, he might be a little heavy, but he's got the 150K account going in at 10-15, and it goes his way, and he gets out of his trades. He's holding on to these things for 41 minutes and 40 minutes, 35 minutes, 23 minutes. So there's no problem there. It's just that when he gets into them and they go against him relatively soon, he's just hitting his daily loss limit. one, that's what it's there for. So I do not qualify, and I disagree that this trader is just gambling. He has a plan. He's been through the process of the combine. He's been through the XFAs, and he's been funded, and he's in a live account taking money out. That is not a gambler. That is just someone who has a setup, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But Mick, I'll do the same thing as you. I would suggest just scaling it down a little bit until you see it going your way. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm happy you mentioned that. And Robert, I'm going to have your back here on the gambling side. I mean, I always get a little concerned with the big swingers, people that trade size and probably, especially those where, they might not be scaling in, because I think there's a better way to do it. As far as this trader being a gambler, I kind of side with you there. Look, this trader is taking down big winning days when they do have the winning days. They don't have that many winning days. Their win percentage on a daily basis is small. Their win percentage on a trade basis is small, but the risk reward is 2-1, and they're capping their losses at $3,000. They're letting their winners ride. It takes some brass to hang on to a 10 lot and, sit in that for, like you said, 40 minutes or more. I actually didn't, I don't know what the duration was today, but I would imagine it's a higher duration. There's a ton of people out there, retail traders, that treat this business as gambling. And there's a lot of people that, continue to fail in taking that approach. We don't want to be gamblers. We want to manage our money. On the gambling side of things, something kind of interesting, and people might be a little alarmed or surprised to hear me say this, but honestly, if you come at the markets with a money management focus, you could flip a coin. Heads I go long, tails I go short. And if you're managing your money properly, you could even be profitable doing that. And that's gambling. I don't recommend anybody do that. I don't want to hear from anybody that I heard Mick say, flip a coin, go long if it's heads, go short if it's tails. Don't do that. But I don't take back the idea, because if you are managing your money in that scenario with the flipping of the coin and your risk rewards there, I mean, you only have to be right half the time. So you play the math there, and you literally could gamble and be profitable trading. But I know Robert and
we don't want to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I know the trader in the chat wasn't talking about that kind of gambling, but I'm just saying. Anyways.
That's okay. Really, we got 2 more to go, Mick. We got 5 minutes on each card. We got to get on to group coaching. I know Hogue is in the wings.
All right, we'll be quick. Let's pull up Abuzar. Abuzar is a trader that we transferred from a XFA to a live account, coming out of the Netherlands. There's not a ton to share here, other than we liked this guy. He spent 52 days in the XFA before we called him up. Average daily P&L on the lower side. People that spend a long time in the XFA with the average P&Ls, it's kind of, something that we see. So we didn't call him up for a while, but everything's good here. 63% winning days, 53% winning trades. The risk reward could be better. It's roughly 1-1, but they're right most of the time, and they're keeping the the risk reward is not 1-1. The risk reward is almost 2-1. The 244. I was looking at the average winning day and average losing trades. So I like this. They're right half the time. They're keeping the math on their sides with that risk reward of almost 2-1, and it's working for them over a long period of time. So they got called up to live. We think if they could do this for 52 days in their XFA, they can continue doing it in the live account. And, we want to find we want to be calling up traders that are going to last in the live accounts. That's why I talk about not taking too big of payouts. If you're in a live account, that's why I talk about not taking too big of payouts when you get that XFA to live transfer, because we've seen people take big payouts, then have big losses early on in the account because they start too quickly, too much leverage, and it always ticks me off when someone loses a live account because they set themselves up to fail. There are some people that have done that, so I don't think that's going to be the case here. He's going to be starting in his live account with a nice, healthy balance. Some things I'd like to see. Oh, speaking of the payout topic, Robert, do you see how well he's done with taking the payouts over these 52 days? Very, very good at taking payouts. And what I love is most of these payouts, with the exception of a couple for like 2,000 and 3,000, most of these payouts are like right around his average daily P&L. Small payouts. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 payouts he's taken during his XFA trading. So I really like this. He does a good job managing the money. He does a good job taking payouts, and hopefully he keeps doing that in the live account once he gets started in there in the coming days. Probably this week, as a
100%.
matter of fact, because we move quickly.
Yeah,
on
100%. Mick, you're right on there. I saw that down the bottom of the chart as well, the bottom of the report as well, with the taking payouts. Nice and consistent. It just shows a consistent trader. A few things I like about this trader. Number one is that they passed over on my birthday, April 15th. Haha, love that. Netherlands is on my bucket list. I want to get over there, but they also switched over to micros sometimes. The micro contracts are in there. The product trade is NQ, but there are a few micro ES and a few micro NQs in there. And I didn't do a real deep dive into this, but you can see where they all were. If he starts getting back down a little bit, he jumps into the micros and tries to recover some of that red just blowing right out. So I really like this trader's risk management. Abuza, super job. Back to you.
I'm happy you brought that up too, because that's unique, Robert, in my opinion. Traders, when they're down money, switching over to micros to continue to stay in tune with the markets. Typically, what we see is you're down money, and this isn't everybody by any means. You're down money. Your number one goal is to get that money back, and you need to trade the minis or trade more leverage to get that back. Or if you go from trading, ones and twos, you might be down and say, oh, if I just put a 3 lot on, I need to make, or a 4 lot, I only need to make X amount more ticks to get back to break even. That's the wrong approach. It always digs you in a deeper hole, except maybe for 10% of the time. It's what it always did to me. It's what I see it happening with all our other traders. So I'm glad you brought that up. I like that a lot. It's a maturity thing. Like, you still want to stay in tune with the markets, but you're down. Call a losing day. But micros are a nice way to stay in tune. So thanks for bringing that up. Nice catch there on the trade report. All right, let's end it with a trader that I think everybody should aspire to trade like, and that's going to be Mahdi. So look at this, Robert. Mahdi trading in an XFA out of Morocco, 26 days under their belt, average daily P&L of about $180, and they're at 96% winning days, and they're at 90% winning trades. These are the metrics that Andre and I always talk about hitting. You want to strive to have 100% winning trades. You want to strive to have 100% winning days. Maybe you can, have that be the case for a short period of time, but you're over a period of time, you're not going to have 100% winning trades. But if you are striving, if you set your goals high, you're going to come that much closer to them. That goes for trading, anything else in life. If you set high goals for yourself, you might not always achieve them, but you're going to come damn close to them. So I really like everything I see here. They're only looking for little bites out of the market. I don't know if Michael's watching right now, but Michael, this is your guy. Jab. They're risking $40 to make $40. So they're trading NASDAQ on a very, very short time frame. They're only looking for 2 points or 8 ticks out of that market. And for someone who's looking at such a short time frame and risking so little on their trades, I'm really impressed that they're only averaging 5 trades per day, Robert, because I know you know this. The shorter the time frame you look at, the more gyrations you see, the more noise you see, and you can you'll find more trade opportunities, I guess, or you'll fabricate more trade opportunities because you see all that noise. So whatever strategy this guy's implementing, I want to know what it is because they're doing really well. So this small, consistent profitability is something that they could scale. they're not trading big size, but if they were ever to up their position sizing, we'll just see probably the same metrics, and that average daily P&L is going to, be double or triple. So I like that. From a business perspective, finding something that works this well over that long of a period of time, it's scalable. You can take more money out of the markets. And I will say he's a little too good at paying himself for these little winning days that he's jabbing with. He's taken some big payouts. So he's not maintaining a super high account balance, which is, part of the reason why we have not called him up to live. Despite this card being so good, I don't want to call him up to live only to have him, have his first bad trading day and then get off the account. So of these, 96% winning days over 26 days, he's only had one losing day. His average losing day is the same as his worst trading day, and he lost $12 in the market that day.
That's amazing.
Hey, Mick, sorry to interrupt, Mick. I just want to throw a cherry on top there. Marty has been on our hot streaks list for about the last week now, currently on a 21-day heater worth more than $4,000. 21 consecutive winning days.
Nice. Yeah. Why aren't you feeding me people to put on these trading cards, JD? Maybe I should keep TopstepTV up in the background more when I'm working on other stuff. But yeah, that's a hell of a winning streak. He's taken, of that 21-day winning streak for about $4,000, he's taken almost 3,000 out in payouts. So as of end of day yesterday, I've got him with a $1,200, $1,300 account balance. Now, we haven't seen any big blow up days in this account so far. I hope I'm not jinxing him either. But I did go back, and the risk team went back, and we looked at some of his other trading activity. He hasn't been in the program for, too long a time, almost coming on a year here, but I had seen some other trading combines where they were 50Ks and daily loss limits were hit. So I'm at, kind of a crossroads here where do I call him up to a live account and then have that, one of those early days in the live account be the day where he hits his daily loss limit? I don't want that. He's paying himself. We want our traders paying themselves. I'm going to keep him in the XFA for a little while longer and just hope he continues on trading well. So with that, I know we're.
Yep, I was gonna say, Mick, that's some great advice. We get the red flag in the background or the white flag and the thing rolling in the background. Always super great advice. Did you want to finish that last two words you finished right there?
I was just going to say, Robert, I know we're on time. It was nice getting on with you, and I know we've got some other cool content to get to. So with that, I think we can end this segment.
So I think we are on the way out. Appreciate it, Mick, as always. And I learned things from these as well as group coaching, which, by the way, is up next. We have JD in the background. He is feeling a little bit better now. But we have Hogue. We have Master Hogue jumping into group coaching today. Stick around. It is sure to be a good one. See you soon.